Was it difficult coming back a second time?
No, not at all. I mean, you know, it's the enthusiasm factor kind of floats you through, and the enthusiasm factor to, number one, be on any movie set with Guillermo del Toro, and to, number two, have it be Hellboy, which is definitely far and away the coolest, most fun role I've ever played.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, whatever difficulties there are, pale in comparison to the upside.
That's excellent. Now, coming into this film, is there a lot of changes in your character without giving too much away? Do you grow? Do you expand as a character?
You see it. You get a different look because Hellboy and Liz start out the movie. They're living together, and they're living in his bachelor pad, which is riddled with dirty, stinky laundry, empty pizza boxes, beer cans, kitty litter, and about 55 cats. And the bloom is off the rose in the relationship. The honeymoon is over. Now they've gotten to the phase where you better love the person you're with because it becomes about who's willing to sacrifice the most to keep the relationship. And it's not going well. And Hellboy ends up getting drunk a lot in the movie and basically tries to save the world while he's inebriated, which is a new look. You haven't seen quite Hellboy like this.
That's great. Now, doing a lot of films like this and Blade, were you a comic fan growing up? Are you a comic fan now?
I've never been much of a comic book guy, but I vicariously have become one through my associations with true comic book geeks, the self-professed geek of geeks, Guillermo del Toro. And I can only use that word because he does so freely.
So it makes it okay.
I hope so. I hope he doesn't punch me out after he sees this interview. But I'm ready.
There you go. I'm
wearing Depends.
Well, that helps everybody. Now, working on a film as an actor, is it difficult fighting giant invisible monsters on the set? I mean, is it tough?
They're never invisible in Guillermo movies.
Oh, no?
No, he creates the real thing that, you know, is right there for you to beat the crap out of. You know, he has to go CGI, but he only goes CGI when he absolutely has to. But it's always an enhancement rather than a replacement. He believes in having the real creatures created in real time, in real space, and occupying, you know, because this way you're getting imperfections. Whereas if it's an animated character, the audience becomes a little less engaged because there's no humanity there.
Now, what are you working on right now?
I'm working on this interview.
Well, after this.
How's it going?
So far, so good. I'm all right. Are you okay?
Not bad.
Good.
Not bad.
Good. That's good.
I don't like the food.
Oh, well, it's New York.
The food sucks, and the drinks are really watered down, but, you know.
Well, that is New York. That does sound like New York. Now, a project...
No, I'm talking about this interview.
Okay. Well, I'll work on that afterwards. What projects are you working on right now? I mean, other than...
I'm about to go to Eastern Europe again, Romania this time, to do a project called Bunraku with Demi Moore, Woody Harrelson, Josh Hartnett. Very, very cool, post-apocalyptic, warrior.
Excellent. Very cool. Now, I'm probably not alone when I say this, but I was a big fan of Beauty and the Beast.
You're the only guy I know that's ever said that.
Well,
do you have a strong feminine side?
Just a little. I can just openly say it. Other guys can't do it.
Does he have a strong feminine side?
Yeah, a little bit.
I can tell.
Thank you. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know.
No.
If they asked you to come back to do something like that for the show, would you ever be interested in that? Did you have a good time on the set with that?
I always wanted to do a movie version of Beauty and the Beast, but it turns out Hellboy sort of covers so much of the same ground in terms of the gothic romance, in terms of the superhero aspect of the guy, the exotic nature of the guy who has to stay hidden from the world because the world would not know how to process his existence. You know, there's too many aspects that have been covered in Hellboy, so I don't see any real reason to go back and do Beauty and the Beast, although that's a time in my life and a project that, you know, maintains its own unique space and can never be replaced, can never be equaled. That was a really cool thing to be involved in.